Hello and welcome to the Facerollin review of Binding of Isaac Rebirth. So, guys, Binding of Isaac came out a total of at least 40 minutes late, which automatically makes it the worst game to ever come out, ever.
Okay, hold up. Before we start getting into like gameplay and stuff, like
Yes.
what is Binding of Isaac? Because I've never played Binding of Isaac 1 or 2. I have no
Right.
idea what this is about.
So, Binding of Isaac is essentially if you turn the original Legend of Zelda into a roguelike,
A
and
roguelike?
also a twin-stick shooter.
Oh, whoa.
So, as you may be able to see on the
On Alan's
on
screen
Alan's screen, who is playing it for the first time right now, you can walk in 8 directions or whatever, unless you have a controller, then you can walk wherever. And you can shoot in 4 directions. So every floor has a treasure room
Ow.
and a boss room and a shop. So you can get the treasure, beat the boss, get another item from the boss, and then you move on to the next level. And so on, and then you kill your mom, and then you go into her vagina and
What?
kill her heart inside of her womb for whatever reason.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Um,
What? What?
yes. And then you either go to hell or to heaven, and then you kill yourself, and then you win.
This
Wow.
seems like a really pleasant game. All right, okay.
It's pretty fucked up.
You
Yes.
fight with tears.
So Alan is currently right next to a boss room.
I'm down to half a heart.
Yes.
You got it, Alan. Oh, that's Bob.
And Alan died on the first floor.
Wait, I thought I could pick up that bomb.
no, it's got
No, that was a troll bomb. So yeah, there's a lot of it's all random. Every level is randomly generated. The rewards you get from every level is randomly generated. And there are several hundred items that all show up on your character when you pick them up. Except for the usable items, they do not show up.
Okay.
Uh,
So it's kind of like a dungeon crawler then, except
Yes,
like
exactly.
more arcadey.
yes.
It's an arcadey dungeon crawler that has a very like grotesque aesthetic to it.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Super
could
disturbing,
tell
yeah.
When we got inside of Mom.
Yeah.
All right.
And so
Does this developer have like mom issues or something? Like what
no,
happened? man?
it's actually based on one of his relatives. But this is from the developer of Super Meat Boy.
Yep.
So Rebirth is actually a remake of the original game, which was made in Flash. It had one
But
expansion.
the original game came out on Steam and everything too, right?
It
Yeah.
did.
But that wasn't. Oh, you're saying the original like Flash game wasn't the thing we got on Steam?
No, it is what we got on Steam, and it was made in Flash.
Oh, okay. But then, what is Binding of Isaac Rebirth?
Rebirth is a remake of that removed all the glitches, made it run actually well, unlike the Flash version, which played horribly on any computer. It added something like 150 new items, which is something like 50% more than was in the original. It redid the graphics to be more pixely. It added a couple of new floors, a whole bunch of new bosses, some new boss mechanics to some of the bosses, fixed predictable boss patterns, and yeah, it's basically an all-around improvement to the original.
Oh, cool.
Ah.
So from my understanding, like
Ow.
based on what you said about how people were talking about how this game came out 40 minutes late, like is it kind of like a cult game or is it like
It's Binding of Isaac has a pretty significant cult following for sure.
Yeah, it is very much a cult game. When it first came out, the developer even said he was just making a game for himself that he thought no one would actually play or buy, which is why he priced it for I think $5 originally. Because at that time, no one was playing roguelikes yet. Roguelikes were not a big thing yet.
uh-huh.
But then some YouTubers found it and thought it was great and played a significant amount of it, which boosted the popularity immensely. Um,
Hmm.
and yeah, so now Binding of Isaac, when it came out, the day it came out, it actually beat Call of Duty, which came out the same day.
What?
Yeah, it
for a
did.
few hours,
It
Steam.
yeah, it was Steam's #1 selling game.
Oh.
And that's, from what I hear from one of these YouTubers, apparently that's not based on amount of games sold, but on the actual amount of money earned.
Wow.
Which means Binding of Isaac, a $15 game, sold way more than a $60 game.
Oh, holy shit! Are you serious?
On
Yes,
Steam though.
on Steam, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was made the free game for PlayStation Plus.
Wow. Good for them, man.
So since it came out, I played, within about 5 days, I played 40 hours of it, and boy, do I love it. Um,
So how has it improved compared to the original then?
in literally every way, the frame rate is silky smooth at all times.
Frame
The
rate is really
original-
nice.
Yeah, it
The
is.
original stuttered a lot for no apparent reason. The new art style, while it looks kind of jarring at first compared to the original because it's not nearly smooth,
On the table.
really grows on you really quickly, I think. All the new items are super interesting because they're so you don't necessarily know what you're picking up even after you've picked it up.
Yep, I had no clue.
And the new bosses are pretty good, especially the secret boss. God damn. And there's a lot more like bullet hell mechanics to this now. And yeah, just all around, it's better in every way. There's new characters, one of which is extremely overpowered, and I like him a lot. His name is Azazel. It fixed a lot of the bugs, a lot of the weird things that happened. But yeah, what do you guys think about it?
I played more of it than I thought I would. I am surprised to say that I enjoyed it because the first Binding of Isaac didn't do a whole lot for me. Mostly, like I find the art style so kind of disgusting that it's hard for me to play the game for like a long period of time. But I found myself really enjoying it this time. I'm not sure if it's just because it runs better or like I don't really know what it is about it that makes it more appealing to me now. Like the art style still grosses me out a little bit, but I had a really good time playing it. And there were a lot of like little small things that I really appreciated. Like I found a room, like I went down like a little trap door, and then I got like an exact like replica of like when you'd find an item in the original Legend of Zelda, where you like go down a ladder and then you go up another ladder and go to the right, and there's a little item there.
Wow. That's a new thing that was added too.
Yeah, that little like tiny little scene, that little homage, like that made me kind of feel giddy for a minute. But the donation thing I think is really cool too. The little like
That is also new. I forgot about that.
yeah, like the little donation thing is neat because like I feel like I'm working towards something in each run. Like I know you unlock stuff just by playing the game like several times. It tells you on the like title screen how to unlock the characters, which I think is pretty cool.
Oh, there's actually several secret ones that aren't shown on the title screen.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, like I was surprised at how much I enjoyed playing it, especially since the first one really didn't do much for me. Like I got so kind of skeeved out by the art style that I just kind of stopped playing it.
Well, you also spent like 4 hours trying to get an achievement not on your account.
That's true. So when the first Binding of Isaac came out, I was visiting Alan for the Christmas event, and Binding of Isaac was one of the it had an achievement to beat the devil, or that character. And I tried to beat that on Alan's account for like 4 or 5 solid hours, like just straight.
Wow.
And again,
it was like Krampus, right?
Yeah, Krampus.
Krampus, yeah. And so this kind of echoes back to my other personal problem with Final Fantasy 13, where I'm very good at being able to force myself to play things that I'm not actively enjoying.
Wow.
That actually also has to do with, in a way, with Rebirth, because that Krampus fight had a hidden variable on whether or not you're going to get it.
Yes.
That hidden variable the chance of it diminishes with each consecutive floor. But the thing is, when you restart the game, the variable does not reset itself. So you actually need to close the game.
So doing it 4 hours straight actually made my chances worse and worse every time.
Exactly.
Wow.
They have fixed that.
That's good.
Ever.
Yeah, basically the way you do it is you get a 1/6 chance or so of getting a Krampus fight in a Devil Room. The way you get a Devil Room is by not taking damage on a floor and then not taking damage on a boss, and you get a certain percentage. And if you take damage on the floor, you get some percentage knocked off. If you take damage on the boss, you get a more percentage knocked off.
Right.
And then with each consecutive floor where you get the deal with Devil, the percentage keeps going lower. So when you start a new game, the percentage is still extremely low from your previous run, unless you close the game and restart it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate news. But
it no longer does that. And Krampus actually drops much better items now.
Yeah. And so it's like one of the things that I really like about Binding of Isaac, and this is true of the other one, I guess, but I enjoyed playing the new one more, so I'll say it here. But I kind of appreciate not knowing what an item's going to do before I pick it up. Like that sense of discovery of starting the game and like seeing these items for the first time is actually really fun. And like, since I don't really feel like I have a whole lot to lose, since I'm still kind of feeling the game out, it was really easy for me to decide to just go for it and see what happens. And most of the time, the items were actually really cool.
Oh my god.
Jeez, Alan.
Those chests had 3 bombs in them.
And the game also actually starts out easier. After you beat it a certain amount of times, you get an achievement that says everything is terrible.
Oh no.
It gets harder.
Oh god. Oh, there was one thing I was going to ask you about, Caps, because I don't know what its purpose is, but there are these rooms that have like little spikes, and when you go through them, you take damage.
Yes, those are self-sacrifice rooms. If you sacrifice hearts to them, they have a chance of dropping a chest.
Okay.
So and they are just about never worth it.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask about, because I found probably in the time I played the game, I probably found about 6 of them. I went through every single time, and I got a chest every single time, but every time I opened the chest, it was either filled with monsters or bombs that exploded.
Yeah, red chests will do that too. Although red chests, there's like an item that makes every chest a red chest. And as you said, they can have bombs in them. They can, or that will kill you. As in troll bombs, and they can have spiders that can also attack you. But they can also get some very extremely good items.
No, why would you spawn more enemies in this room? Why would you do that?
Because that's that was the gauntlet room or challenge room. It spawns 3 waves of enemies.
Well, how am I supposed to know that?
You're not until
now you know.
Do it the first time.
You know.
Actually, the room Alan's in now is one of the other things I appreciate. In the first Binding of Isaac, you never really encountered rooms like the one he's in now, where it's kind of like this space of like 4 different rooms.
Yeah, now there's double and quadruple sized rooms.
Yes, I really enjoyed having the chance to go into a bigger room like that, and having more space to be able to like navigate and fight in the area.
Yeah, there's also the what is a lot of people are calling the ghost mechanic as a reference to Spelunky, where in Spelunky, if you took too long in a level, a ghost will show up and try to kill you.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that's a thing for taking too long. So Binding of Isaac has the exact opposite. where it rewards you for going sometimes too fast.
Really?
Yeah, where if you kill mom under 15 or 20 minutes, I don't remember which, uh, it'll have like a crack in the wall. And if you go through that crack, you will see 4 item pedestals, as in like 4 items you can pick up.
Hmm.
If you pick one of those up, the other 3 disappear. And then you fight every boss in the game, 2 at a
Wow.
time. So like, it's like a gauntlet thing. So you kill 2, and then the next 2 spawn. You kill those 2, then the next 2 spawn. And then when you're done with those, another item spawns for you to pick up. So normally, if you even manage to get to that room, that means you're already like doing well enough that you'll be able to beat it. And then you basically get 2 extra items that you would not normally get.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I absolutely love that mechanic, even though I did it maybe 3 times in the 40 hours I played. And there's also the dice rooms, which are interesting and terrifying.
I don't think I ever encountered a dice room. What is a dice room?
So the dice rooms are rooms with one side of a die on the floor. So if you stand on that die, like it's 1 through 6, right?
Yeah.
If you stand on it, depending on what number it is. So I think the number 1 will re-roll every single item you have.
Oh my God.
So it's basically a completely different run at that point.
That sounds scary.
Oh yeah. Which is why I always look them up before I enter them.
Alan, were you moving the map around your screen?
Yes, I was. That is that is what the touchpad on the PS4 controller does in this game.
That is
It moves the map around.
Okay.
That's actually a PS4 and Vita exclusive feature.
What? Yep. What a feature.
I'm really glad I'm playing it on this platform.
It's a game changer.
Yeah. What else is new?
Is it safe to say there's more characters?
Yes, there's so far I've seen I think 3 new characters, and I know there's 1 more super secret one.
Okay, because I didn't play too much of the first Binding of Isaac. I played enough of the first one. I remember unlocking Cain. Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember unlocking Cain.
Kane's still in. All the old characters are still in, even if they don't show up in the main menu at first.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And yeah, there's actually so the first Binding of Isaac was actually unfinished.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, because you know how you can go to either heaven or hell, or as the game. Oh, there's a dice room. I don't know what 3 does.
Oh, 3.
Oh, rerolls everything in the room, I guess. So,
Oh, well, it's way worse now. It was treasure chest before. Now it's a bomb that's going to take a bomb to get to.
they're only usable once. So the first game was unfinished. So you know how there was Sheol and Cathedral,
Yeah.
Hell and Heaven, respectively. So Heaven, if you beat it, I think 6 times, you unlock the Polaroid, which if you have it in your inventory while you beat Heaven, then you can go to a next level that's supposed to be a secret, the chest.
Oh, cool.
So Hell was supposed to have a mechanic that works the same, but if you beat Hell, you don't actually go anywhere. Like Hell is just the final level.
Okay.
So now there's actually a level after Hell.
What's it called?
It's called the Dark Room.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds pleasant.
As opposed to the chest, you have the Dark Room.
Sounds ominous.
Yes. And both of them have a giant door with a giant lock that normally you can't access. But if you've been bombing the shit out of everything you come across, you might find 2 secret bosses. And each of those bosses will award you a piece of a key. 2 pieces that you need to open that door.
Ah.
So basically, that implies that you need to know that those bosses exist and where to find them, and you need to get both of them, and to get to that final level. And let me tell you, it's really hard.
Oh.
I've only done it once, and
I have only made it. I have not even seen Mom yet. I have gotten close to making it to like the final stage that appears on the little top area, but I've not even seen Mom, so I can't even imagine what that must be like.
yeah. So after Mom, you actually unlock the Womb, which is
Yep.
another 2 levels after Mom, where instead of taking half a heart of damage from every enemy, you take 1 full heart.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then when you kill the heart at the end of the Womb, you get the choice of going either to heaven or hell, and then you get to go to the next level after that.
All right.
So after Mom, there's 4 more levels basically.
Wow.
And the secret boss after Mom, or not after Mom, that you find in either the chest or the dark room, is Mega Satan.
Mega Satan? There's not
Mega Satan.
normal Satan, there's Mega Satan.
Actually, there's not. Oh yeah, there is normal Satan in this game.
Okay.
Yes.
Mega Satan much worse than normal Satan.
You have no idea.
4 times as bad.
He can summon 4 bosses at the same time of the same theme.
Wow.
So you can summon all 4 horsemen at the same time. He can summon 4 of the different deadly sin bosses.
Whoa, that was a great chest.
Yeah, it was.
That was.
He can summon 4 of the deadly sin bosses, and he will fill the entire giant screen with bullets in a bullet hell pattern.
Excellent.
And
So that's
I ended up beating him with 1 heart, and the one time I ever got to him.
Oh man.
And it did not unlock anything, and I did not even get an achievement.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, considering you get
Oh.
an achievement for literally everything else in this game, not getting an achievement for that was upsetting.
I bet. So that's one of the things I actually really dig about Binding of Isaac. This was probably true of the first one. Maybe I've just grown immune to the like grotesque aesthetic. But I think it's an interesting mix of like skill-based play and then like a random chance. Like you can, at no point in Binding of Isaac do I feel like I may as well just give up. Like I always feel like I have a chance. Like maybe it's a small one, but I feel like I have a chance to beat whatever like room I'm in if I just keep trying.
Yes, definitely. Actually, there are a few rooms that kind of cheat you.
Really?
Like there's a room where you have to get across, right? Like it's a 2-door room, right? So you have to go from left to right or right to left.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is there are spikes in the middle, so you have to take damage.
Oh, that sucks.
But there's also hearts on the other side to replenish your hearts.
So if you have only like half a heart, you're totally screwed.
Yeah, so if you have half a heart and you need to get across that room, you're dead. That's it.
I
One of
unlocked.
those rooms that will probably get patched out.
That's kind of a shitty room. I unlocked a character that comes back after he dies, but he comes back with 1 heart. I forget his name now.
Lazarus.
Yeah, Lazarus. Lazarus seemed pretty useful for a scrub like me.
You know who's super useful for a scrub like you?
Yeah?
Azazel.
Yeah, I haven't unlocked Azazel.
Yeah, you need to take 3 deals with the devil in a single run for that.
That's gonna be hard because I don't think I managed to take 1.
All you really need to do is to not take damage on a boss. And that's
Oh
it.
yeah, okay. That's the problem is I usually take at least 1 hit on a boss
Ooh,
most of the time.
you gotta not do that. Or actually, you just gotta take no red heart damage. So if you have the blue hearts or the black hearts, you can damage those as much as you want.
Oh,
Just
okay.
don't damage your red ones. You can get the deal with the devil.
That might be doable then.
And if you pass up a deal with the devil, then there's a chance you'll get a deal with the angel on the next floor, which have some very interesting items that I absolutely love. That are most of which are actually completely new, and they're fantastic.
That's cool.
There's one where it's a shield, where it points wherever you shoot. So you can point it, to not take damage from projectiles.
That sounds incredibly useful.
Yes, it is very hard to use though, because you still, you're shooting in the direction of the shield.
Right.
So if you need to shoot left but block, up, then that might be a problem.
Too bad, yeah.
Yeah. There's also the Holy Mantle, which might be the best item in the game, because normally I take at most maybe one hit in a room,
All right.
and the Holy Mantle makes it so the first hit you take in every room doesn't damage you.
Wow. That's also a really great item.
Yeah, it is
So
fantastic.
Here's a question, Cass, because
Yes.
you are the most experienced Binding of Isaac player that I know and
Okay.
can talk to.
I've actually played 800 hours.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that if you were able to shoot in 8 directions, it would hamper the game in some way?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
most of the things in the game were designed for you to be able to only shoot up and down, left and right.
Okay.
Like even the creator of the game specifically said that's why they're not doing it.
Okay.
Because there are certain things that you can do diagonally.
Really?
Like the shield, you can hold it diagonally.
Really? I didn't know. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
If you hold it, let's say up and left, then it's going to be diagonal. But yeah, like the game is definitely like meant for like 4-directional shooting.
Okay. Because yeah, that was one of the things that I noticed when playing the first one too. Was like I almost felt like I should be able to shoot at diagonals, but could not. And it was very obvious that was a design choice to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Sticky
And
babies.
Oh, go ahead.
I got sticky babies.
You do.
I don't know what that means.
What is happening?
I don't know, but I'm trailing like there's a trail of goo behind me now.
That's for you to find out.
I enjoyed the items that like recharge. That was fun.
So Trevor, what is your overall takeaway from this game? Like, would you recommend this game to other people? Did you enjoy this game, or did you like this game?
I actually did, which, like I said, kind of surprised me. Like I definitely did not expect to, but I will probably play it again. Like I can't play it for long segments because I kind of get squeamish about how kind of disgusting everything is. But I had a good enough time with it that I would probably pick it up and play it like a couple hours every now and then. I'll probably continue to play it after our discussion. Not right away, because I still need to finish Final Fantasy 13, but if I need a break for Final Fantasy 13, I might consider playing a round or two. Oh god, that's disgusting. Of Binding of Isaac.
Oh no.
Yeah.
These bosses, they get harder.
Yep.
That boss is actually very simple if you figure out the pattern. It's actually one of the easier ones.
I would definitely recommend this to some people. Like I can think of a few friends I have that would probably really dig both the aesthetic and also the difficulty of it. And then I can think of a few that would probably hate it quite a bit.
Oh no. Oh no.
But overall, I think it's a really solid remake of the original.
Yeah, it's definitely much better in every single way.
It is enough so that I enjoy playing it.
Oh no! God damn it!
That was a good run.
That boss was actually considered one of the. Are you playing Destiny now? That boss was actually considered one of the hardest in the original Binding of Isaac, until people figure out how to actually play it. They read the manual where it said, in the first section of the manual it says, "Get good," and they did. People got good. And now Gertie is extremely easy, and normally most people don't take a single heart of damage.
Wow. So, here's one other question I had. I don't know if this is in the game at all,
Okay.
but I was wondering if there is a screen that shows you the items you found so far.
Yes.
There
That
is.
was actually in the first one. If you press escape, it shows you a little picture of every single item as well as your stats.
Does it
No, it doesn't actually tell you what they do in that screen, right?
Yeah, it doesn't. It's part of the mystery. You got to figure it out.
So you just kind of have to remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, you see a little picture of what the item was, but it's
Right.
all like drawn, like hand drawn, in this as if like Isaac drew it.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh yeah, I love when you die and it says like I was killed by this thing. I leave all my
Dear
possessions.
diary, I was killed by this thing. I
Yeah.
leave all my possessions to the Guppy.
Yes.
It's actually sad because Guppy was named after the developer's actual cat.
Oh.
And in the original Binding of Isaac and this one, you can find various parts of Guppy,
Oh.
like Guppy's tail, Guppy's collar, Guppy's head, and then one of them is just dead cat.
Oh.
Oh no, that's so terrible.
About 3 weeks before the game released, Guppy actually died.
Oh.
Wow.
Guppy.
Wait, this
Yeah.
game is the original.
Yeah.
But in memory, being Guppy in the game is actually the strongest thing you can possibly do. Because if you collect 3 or more Guppy items, you become Guppy, and you become Destroyer of Worlds.
You're actually talking nonsense now. When you collect 3 or more Guppy items, you become Guppy and you become Destroyer of Worlds.
So you
if
can
you-
able to see?
If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
let's say
right.
collect-
Yeah. And then when does the fireworks show come in?
Like, let's say you get like the tail, the collar, and the head, right? Then your character transforms into like a flying cat,
Okay.
like a humanoid version of the actual Guppy,
Yep.
and which gives you flying. And then every single bullet that you shoot spawns a fly, which will then attack the thing that you're shooting at, and do double of your damage. So you basically triple your damage by becoming Guppy,
All right.
and it is
Okay.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I probably will never see that.
Not
But
that
No, I probably won't see any more of it after that boss killed me there.
Alan, I actually have the Binding of Isaac strategy guide right over here. So I opened up to the Gertie fight, and here's what it says right here. It says, "Get good."
Uh-huh.
I got it in a Nintendo Power.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it just says "Get good."
It's hot tips off the new Nintendo Power. the brand new one that just came out
Yep.
this week.
Yeah, my dad works in Nintendo. I get all the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You sure it's not your uncle?
Yeah, my uncle dad.
Oh, okay.
How's the Nestor comic this week?
Fantastic. Wait, we're still on, so let's do a. I'd recommend it to most of my friends. They'd be into it, which I don't know what it says about my friends. And yeah, it is fan-freaking-tastic. So, what would you say is your back of the box quote?
Cry bloody tears. They're stronger.
Yeah, I'd say puke blood into your mom's heart in her vagina.
Oh,
The game.
Oh, that's gonna sell copies.
and that right there. That right there is one of the reasons I can't play the game for too long. But I do like it a lot more. I like it more than I thought I would, and I'll probably play it again.
Awesome.
I'm gonna say the third boss killed me and I quit.
Well, I mean, it's a random boss. Could be a different boss next time you play.
The third
Or-
boss killed me and I quit.
Yep.
Alrighty. This was our review of Binding of Isaac. Now, oh boy.
Good
Yeah.
boy.